I believe most of the people are already in. So with this, I think I will start this session and welcome you today on the PerMed Twinning Call 2026 first information webinar. The title of this twinning call that we have given in the context of this call and this consortium is Advancing Collaborative Implementation of Personalized Medicine Approaches in Healthcare. This is a little bit the agenda of what we will be covering today. First, we will do an introduction of the speakers that we have here with us to cover today's session. I will do a brief introduction on PerMed as a consortium and our goals, what we're planning to do with this particular call, and of course in the greater scope of PerMed. We will have a look at the twinning call itself, and I will tell you some information about the call. And of course, later on, we will have a first view and more focus on the matchmaking portal. This is a major tool that you can use in these early stages of this twinning call to start finding partners and generating a proposal. And of course, we will be closing this session with where to get help, what resources are available to you. At the end, we will allow some time for questions, any questions that you might have for us. And we are here to cover any things that you would require clarification. So I would like to welcome you again. I'm Ioana Tsea, a project manager within PerMed. And I work for one of the partners associated with PerMed EIT Health. Together with me, I have Laura Pratt. If you could say some words, Laura.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Yeah. And Laura will be covering the later part of the presentation since she is the expert on the matchmaking platform itself, and she will be making an introduction to the platform for you. So we can start this presentation with just an introduction of PerMed. Which stands for the European Partnership for Personalized Medicine. Essentially, PerMed is a European or a consortium, both involving national and regional ministries, covering 61 partners from 28 countries and 11 regions. And essentially, PerMed is investing in personalized medicine. We're talking about a budget of a total of 300,075 million euros to support activities within the personalized medicine research, innovation, as well as the implementation of personalized medicine. And PerMed as a consortium has a timeline of 10 years to perform these activities across these three, let's say, main axes within personalized medicine, with the first 7 years being the implementation time, so the time when we run the different projects and the different calls, for example, this call that we are introducing today. And the last 3 years being the transition period with less activities and more monitoring of the different projects. So essentially, the general vision of PerMed is to improve the health outcomes within sustainable healthcare system through, as we mentioned, research, development and innovation and implementation of personalized medicine approaches. And of course, we do this for the benefit of patients, citizens, as well as the society. Very quickly, we break down the vision of PerMed in these three, let's say this 3-point axis. With on the one side, we have innovation, which is the process of bringing about new ideas, methods or services or solutions. We have research, so new knowledge and technologies, and of course, implementation which is the validated solutions reaching broader implementation and the broader society. Here, since we are talking about since we are talking about personalized medicine, I wanted to share with you what is essentially personalized medicine. And here, EP-PerMed adheres to the definition by the PerMed SIRA, which defines personalized medicine as the characterization of individuals' phenotypes and genotypes, which can be used for tailoring the right therapeutic strategy for the right person at the right time, and to determine the predisposition to disease, as well as deliver timely and targeted prevention. And a synonym of personalized medicine that you might have heard is also precision medicine, as well as stratified medicine. So before we close this part, I wanted to share with you some useful resources within the general scope of EP-PerMed that you might find handy to use. On the right here, we have the public EP-PerMed database for projects in personalized medicine research and innovation, which you can also access through the link here on the bottom left side on the screen. On the right here, you can find the strategic research and innovation agenda for personalized medicine, according to which EP-PerMed is structured, and according to which also we use the definition of personalized medicine. So now we go in the twinning call itself, and I will give you an introduction and an overview of the call, the different parts, and we will spend the rest of the session delving deeper into the twinning call. So here is, may I ask people to mute? Thank you. So here is an overview of the twinning call, the purpose of which is to facilitate the transnational transfer and implementation of personalized medicine approaches from one country to another. The way this call is structured and the way we achieve this purpose is through a partnership structure, and here we are looking at transnational consortia consisting of one twinning donor organization and up to 2 twinning receivers. In the next slide, you will see what is the definition and what both of these are and what they are expected to do. These consortium members must be established in at least 2 different countries that can be EU member states or associated countries. And to perform this twinning partnership or project, the Twinning Call 2026 is giving up to 50,000 euros per twinning partnership that will fund the activities in the scope of the twinning partnership that is expected to take up to 12 months. Here are some key dates to have in mind. So right now we are in the pre-announcement period of the call, and this is just some initial information that we share in advance. But the call document itself, and as a result, the final public information about this call will be published on the 10th of December 2025. And the submission deadline for this call has been set to the 26th of February of next year. Here are some of the expected outcomes that we are looking at as part of this call. So essentially, what are the goals and what are we trying to achieve through the Twinning Call 2026? That is that the consortia should be sharing knowledge, concepts, and skills on a particular personalized medicine solution or approach. And this knowledge and skills should be coming from a twinning donor towards 1 or 2 twinning receiver organization, with a final goal that the twinning receivers develop and apply this personalized medicine solution or approach being exchanged and originating from the twinning donor within their own local settings. So they implement it, they make it a part of their own operating system. This is the expected outcome of this twinning call. Let's have a look at some definitions, and we will start looking at the scope of the twinning of the activities that can be done in the scope of this twinning call. So what do we mean by a twinning donor organization? Here we mean a local, regional, or a national health and care provider that currently has a mature personalized medicine solution or approach that is available for transfer. On the other side of the consortium, we have the twinning receiver organization. And here we have a local, regional, or national health and care provider that wishes to adopt the twinning donor's personalized medicine solution or approach. Finally, the twinning partnership, in the end, should enable the twinning receiver or receivers, if they are two, institutions or organizations to do one of the following four options: to either initiate implementation of a defined personalized medicine solution or approach with support, to adapt the personalized medicine solution or approach into their local setting, to partially adopt the personalized medicine solution or approach, or to fully adopt or acquire the solution or approach. So all these four definitions have the strong element of implementation in different aspects, and implementation is a core value of the outcomes of the Twinning Call 2026. Let's have a further look on the scope of the activities for this call. What we consider within scope for the Twinning Call 2026 is that the twinning partnerships or projects must demonstrate their link to personalized medicine. And here also we mean that the personalized medicine definition of the solution or approach also follows the definition that I introduced earlier before. So the definition as shown by PerMed. We are looking that the solutions or approaches must be mature for implementation. And in the case that this solution is a technological solution, then the activities of scope are looking at technology readiness level 9 or TRL 9 or a CE marked if required in this case. The applications to participate in the twinning call need to be submitted as part of a consortium. So the donor and the receiver twinning partners, they apply together in this call with the approach that they want to implement from the donor to the receiver. And the proposed twinning concept and partnership must have a clear, direct or indirect impact on patient care. Similarly, here is what is considered out of scope for the Twinning Call 2026, and that is any technological solution that is below the technology readiness level 9, or it's not at a level mature enough to be implemented. So approaches that are still under development and they are not ready to be implemented to secondary institutions are out of scope for this application. Out of scope is also any policy level interventions or regulatory guidelines, policies, as well as a project that suggests preliminary groundwork that does not really progress into initial execution phases or actual implementation of the solution. And that, for example, can be just exchanging knowledge about personalized medicine in general or pure research purposes without the element of implementation. These projects are considered out of scope for the Twinning Call 2026. In this case, we also consider out of scope twinning partnerships that are mainly profit-oriented or only aim at exchanging information about personalized medicine or personalized medicine approaches again, with no prospects of actual implementation of any personalized medicine approach or technology in the twinning receiver institution. Here I give you an overview on the different topics, although this is a non-exhaustive list, so there are more areas that proposals can cover, but this is just some examples and an overview of some of the scope of the topics that the solutions or technologies of the Twinning Call 2026 can cover. And this can be within a diagnosis or diagnostic tools. This can be approaches or solutions within theranostics, screening and early detection, new personalized medicine treatments, intervention and patient management, as well as recovery and follow-up protocols. And again, these are just examples, and this is a non-exhaustive list, and we are open to more suggestions. These are just some examples to indicate what would some of the scope of the activities be, to give you a flavor. Here I give some examples also of what would make a good proposal in the case of the Twinning Call. And here we would be looking at twinning partnerships that tackle one of the highlighted topics that I shared earlier, and the project that is adapted to the needs of the twinning receiver, as at the end of the day, the goal is to take the personalized medicine approach or solution and implement it on the twinning receiver's institution. And we are also looking that this partnership actually has clear benefits for the twinning receivers, patients, organization, and/or healthcare system. When it comes to the consortium, we are looking that every consortium applying to the Twinning Call 2026 has one twinning donor organization who will be the donor of the personalized medicine approach or technology, and up to 2 twinning receivers that will then be adopting or adapting to some extent this personalized medicine approach or solution into their organizations. We are looking that the consortium is transnational and it's involving at least 2 up to 3 countries. We will also look that the main activities of the twinning are performed in the English language, and that all the documentation that surrounds the Twinning Call actually takes place in English. And we will also be looking that the consortium is complete at the time of the submission of the application. So this consortium is then expected to perform the twinning partnership between the timeline of 6 and 12 months. So we will be looking that the project description can actually take place within this timeline. And we will be looking on the capacity of the twinning receiver to then apply this personalized medicine solution or approach within their own local settings. Ideally, we would also be looking that the personalized medicine solution or approach continues to be implemented in the twinning receivers organization even after the end of the twinning partnership. Here are some main reasons that proposals might not fit the scope of this call or they might fall short. And the most important of those is that the personalized medicine approach or solution is not mature, or that is coming from the twinning donor organization, is not mature for implementation. And again, for technological solutions, that means that they must be a technology readiness level of 9 or a CE mark if required. We are also looking at the capability to plan and perform the twinning partnership within the maximum of the 12 months that is the timeline of this call. So the timeline for the twinning to take place. The consortium expertise is not relevant towards the implementation in the twinning receivers organization. There is no clear benefit to the twinning receivers patients, organization, or healthcare system. And of course, we will be looking that the proposed approaches or solutions actually follow the definition of personalized medicine as described by PerMed. Here is the indicative call timeline for what's coming up, essentially. With the 10th of December of this year being the date where the official opening of this call is scheduled for, and the official call document with the final eligibility criteria will be published at this time as well. Of course, on the 17th of December, we also have the call information webinar that will be describing in more detail the eligibility criteria of this call. We have scheduled on the 15th of January a dedicated online matchmaking event for interested donors that would like to find receivers, and the other way around, receivers that are looking for donors to co-apply together to this call. The deadline for the submission of the proposals for this call is scheduled for the 26th of February 2026. And after that, we have several landmarks happening when it comes to the evaluation of the applications. First, an eligibility check, the outcome of which is communicated to applicants on the 16th of March. And the evaluation is completed with the use of online pitching that is scheduled between the 25th of March and the 1st of April 2026. Successful projects will then be invited or will be evaluated using an LC check. And finally, the selection and the notification of the outcomes will reach all applicants by the 16th of April, following which is a standstill period after which the contracting will start, and the kickoff meeting, after which the twinning project and partnership can officially start between the consortium. Here is a little bit of information on the funding that is available on this call and what are some eligible and non-eligible costs that can be covered as part of this call. So applicants can request up to 50,000 euros per twinning partnership or projects. And the evaluation of all proposals will take place by a 3-member expert committee that in the end will give a final grade to each application. As a result, all the applications will be ranked and the top applications will be selected for funding in this case. Some eligible costs and some examples that we give here, but again, this is a non-exhaustive list and other costs can be included as well, but these are some examples. Are costs for hosting meetings or working groups, the travel expenses for the donor and receivers to visit each other's organization and perform the meetings and exchange of expertise and information. Or fees for professional services that helps towards the implementation of the approach, the personalized medicine approach or solution in the twinning receivers organization. On the other hand, let's have a look at the non-eligible costs, and that is any costs related to the further development of personalized medicine solutions, which indicates that the solution is not ready or mature for implementation if it needs to be further developed. Costs for devices, instruments, as well as equipment are also non-eligible costs in the context of this call. If successful, the applicants will receive the funding to support the twinning activity up to 12 months from the award notification date. And the twinning activity should be concluded at 12 months post the award notification date. In more detail, the payment will be distributed in 2 installments as an initial prepayment of 50%, which will be made at the start of the project after the initial contracting, as well as the onboarding and kickoff meeting, which happen very early on. And the remaining 50% of the amount, which will be dispersed upon approval of the interim and final activity reports. So at halfway, 6 months through the twinning activity, an interim report must be submitted, which it must describe the progress of the twinning partnership. And in the same capacity, a final report at the very end of the project describing the final outcomes are both tied to the disbursement of the remaining 50% of the budget at the end of this activity. Here, we would like to also show you that we are in what we call the early matchmaking phase. And so we have created and launched a dedicated EP PerMed matchmaking platform, which you can use from 25th of September. And this is a platform essentially that we have designed for potential applicants and for potential donors and receiver organizations to find each other and create or build a strong eligible consortia to apply to the call when it opens on the 10th of December. So here I have the link to that. The platform is already open. And you can use it to matchmake and to create your consortia. And the second event that we have planned is a dedicated matchmaking event, which is scheduled for the 15th of January of next year, in which it's a meeting for direct matchmaking of interested donors and receivers looking for consortium partners, which is open for registration as well. So essentially, we are encouraging you to really take advantage of this early phase of the call to really explore your partnership opportunities and really find donors or receivers that fit with what you are offering or what you are looking for in this case. Now we have dedicated a part of the meeting to actually have a look at the matchmaking portal itself and show you how you can best use it by a quick overview or a step-by-step guide towards your endeavors of finding fellow consortium members. And with that, I will momentarily give the word to Laura, our matchmaking expert, who will walk you through the platform. Laura, I stopped sharing my screen now.
Yes, just give me 1 second and I'm going to share mine. One moment. Yes, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. So as Joanna was saying, I'm just going to give you a quick overview about the V2Match platform. Maybe some of you are familiar with this platform because also the Commission and you know, different European partnerships and projects are using it. And I will say that it's quite simple to use it, but also you have my contacts, so you can, whenever you need, you can send me an email and I will be able also to assist you. So the way we have set up the platform, just for you to understand, so as you can see, first you have to be registered. So here I'm registered. And then my strongly recommendation will be, please fill all the information. Normally V2Match, if you register before for another event, the platform recognizes you and pre-fill some information, I think, like the organization. But I strongly encourage you to fill your profile extensively, and I will show you why. So then here you have, in the home, you have an overview of basically of the call. Here we also have information about the use of the matchmaking tool, but specifically it's a summary of also the call. You have also some links to the PerMed website that you are familiar with, and you can find more information. And then here you can find the key dates. So you can here have an overview of the key important dates for you about when we open when the platform was open, but also when the call was open. It's a replication, a duplication of what you can also find in the PerMed portal. Then here is just there's the V2Match also offers here really useful information. So you can go here and read step by step. But again, this platform is really user friendly. And here, if, for example, something you don't know and it's not clarified on how it works, you can also have these specific questions, the fact section. And then here you have my contact. So you have my email, and also you have the contact of Joanna when it comes to topics related to the call, and when it comes to topics related to the platform, please don't hesitate to contact me. Then also what is important here is this section, the top bar. So in this part, you have, for example, today, you have the agenda or the key dates, basically are the sessions that we're going to have. So we have today's session, it's here. And now for people that are registered, you will see a join button. You can directly click on the join button in case you forgot to pre-register. The same for the call information webinar taking place in December, and the same for the online matchmaking. So you have everything here. In each of the events, now you can click and there is a registration link. Please register because it goes through another platform. But in case you miss it on the day, not worries, this join now button will be available for you. And then when is the most important part of why this platform is really useful is for the matchmaking, no? For looking for your partners for the call and to build a consortia. So if you register, you know, the profile and in the registration form, so then you access to this and you can browse the participants. So you can browse them by country and then by organizations. This is how we set it up. So type of organizations. So why I did say that is important for you to fill the information. If we click here in Joanna, for example, I don't see a lot of things, Joanna. So like I cannot see the organization, I cannot see the topics that this person is interested. However, if you look at the other profile, right, so you can see everything. Who is this person, the organization, more about what is the expert, the skills, interest, and even the social media link. So this is why it's important. So you can have an overview in case you, for example, need someone from a specific country or from, I don't know, maybe you are looking for a public organization, so you can pre-select. And then here you have the same. So it's a kind of a browser. You can browse by organization type, okay? And by countries as well. So I encourage you also to browse. And what is here also an important element is that here you can add your demand or what you need or what you offer. So you go here, it's the marketplace. So you go here to manage opportunities and you add an opportunity. You say, for example, I'm looking for a partnership, or which type of partnership are you looking for, or what type of expertise. But basically here for you, just click and keep filling the information. So if you go now to the marketplace, you can see all the offers and the person that wrote these offers, so you can contact them. How you contact them? So you have here also now, so this is from today. So for those who registered maybe before, so for today we have activated the meetings request. So now from here, you can start organizing and scheduling meetings with people that you want to meet. So here I don't unlock the power of, here I just need to check, but I mean, you will be able, I'm going to show you here in another. So for example, here is the same. You will have the opportunity to book meetings. So for example, I would like to book a meeting, and then I just choose whoever I want to book a meeting with. And here I can just click and check and put my availability. As it is an online setting, so it's basically that everyone is available at any time. You can change that, but I mean, the thing is that when you receive a request for a meeting, you basically just refuse it if you are not available. And I think that these are the most important things. So I would recommend you that you play around. If you have any question, just drop me an email. And then it's good that you now check it like maybe a weekly, I mean, on a weekly basis, so once per week, because new people are registering to this platform. So then it means that there will be, new people coming. And and that's all from my side, Joanna. So back to you.
Thank you, Laura. And I will go ahead and share my screen again. But really, this matchmaking tool, as very nicely introduced by Laura, is really a tool that we are giving to you to really use and connect with each other, really build those connections so that you can create strong consortia. And of course, there is a need, there is a demand. So we really encourage you. This platform is for you, and this is also the main reason why we wanted to have this extra time, this early matchmaking period, as we call it, which is happening now until the time that the call opens, so that we are allowing more time for donors to find the receivers, and on the other side for receivers to find their donors, and to really allow you the time to create this consortia. So please feel free to really use this platform and connect with each other. This is the reason why we have designed it. And as Laura very nicely said, we both remain in your disposal again for any questions that you might have here. But if you are curious now about all these different things that are happening on the side of the Twinning Call 2026, we are at the stage that the pre-announcement of the call has been publicized on the PerMed website. So you can visit at any time and read the information that is currently there in the pre-announcement document. Of course, having in mind that the official call document and the official opening of the call will open and will be launched on the 10th of December. So there is a small disclaimer in the pre-announcement document here that several information on eligibility criteria will be superseded by the actual call document that will be launched on December 10th. But in the meantime, we highly encourage you to read this information and start linking with each other and creating your consortia. Finally, I would like to close with just sharing once again the PerMed email address here at calls_eppermed@eithealth.eu, which you can use to ask any information or any questions that you might have in this earlier stage of the process, but also during the active timeline of the call, so after the call is launched. And please, we just ask that when emailing this address, you just prefix the email subject with PerMed Twinning. This is for us to know that this is about the twinning calls, since we have several calls ongoing at the moment. And this will ensure that the right people pick up your email and they correctly answer your questions.